On Saturday, 25th September 2015, the exquisite Oriental Hotel played host to Nigeria's premier platform that invests in young African female entrepreneurs, She Leads Africa, as she held the second edition of the She Leads Africa Entrepreneurial Showcase. SLA co-founders Yasmin Bello-Osage and Afua Osei started out with about 400 applications, and after a rigorous process of careful selections, mentoring, and interviews, the final 6 motherland moguls were chosen to pitch their business ideas before a room full of people from diverse professions and backgrounds. Paul Stevie got a chance to get the co-founders' thoughts on their process and inspiration.
We started She Leads Africa because, I think are big believers in the role that women have to play in the continent's growth story. And we found that a lot of the organizations that were focusing on women were focusing on, okay, how do I help a low-income woman and sort of help her set up a micro business? We found that there weren't that many organizations that were really focusing on empowering women in the small and medium space. But even further, how do you take women who are currently in the small and medium space but have the aspiration and also the capabilities to actually grow to build multi-million-dollar businesses? Like, what is the organization out there that is supporting them and supporting that growth? So, we're really trying to fill that gap.
Awesome. I had one burning question actually in researching all of this. I was thinking about artists like actors and people of that kind who actually run their own business. I mean, eventually they work for people, but they're their own brands. How do you fit those kinds of people into your sort of program?
So I think that, anyone who is running a business, there are definitely ways in which you can learn from She Leads Africa. I think that, our main concern is that you're running a business in which you're looking to grow and create sustainable revenue streams. On our website alone, for example, we have tips and tricks on how to run your business. We put out new content every single day that gives you ideas and sometimes even stories from other entrepreneurs from across the continent. So the whole idea is that you can come to a place where you really learn about running a business on the continent. Not just running a business in general, because yes, you can find information on the internet, about businesses in the US or the UK, but when you're in Nigeria, how do you deal with the issue of there's a fuel crisis and I need to deliver my products to my customers? That's only something that someone in this market would understand, and our job is to really find that information and put it out there for people.
Thank you so much. We're so excited for such the turnout and all the support that we've gotten from young people who are interested in entrepreneurship, investors, business executives. So we have a really great mix who's come out to support our finalists today.
How much have you put into this process? What's the process kind of like for you?
Yeah, so we start in about February, thinking about what the program is going to be like, what type of entrepreneurs are we going to look for. We opened applications in March, and we had more than 400 entrepreneurs apply from 30 countries. And then it's a review process, reviewing every single pitch deck, every single application, and making sure that we really choose the right group of entrepreneurs to work with. And then after that, there's 3 months of support and mentoring and networking. And then here they come in Lagos and they're pitching on stage.
The showcase, which was anchored by the dynamic Erican, was judged by a panel of Pan-African business executives and investment leaders that included Moa Budu, Emma Essien, Isam Darwish, Tunde Falawiyo, Dr. Omobola Johnson, Genevieve Sangudi, and a representative from GT Bank for Mr. Segun Agbaje.
I'm going to Ngozi Okpara of Heat Hair. Thank you very much. Let's have another round of applause for that. And second place prize was sponsored by FSDH. So we're going to have Mrs. Bello-Osage come off to present that on behalf of FSDH. Second place prize, and also the person who is going to be winning 3 months free logistical support from Zippy Logistics, is it's like Ngozi Day. So it is Ngozi Video Company of
The winner of the contest stood to win a number of gifts from some of the sponsors, which included a $10,000 cash prize and marketing and promotion on the GT Bank marketplace from GT Bank, marketing consultation and support from Etisalat Nigeria, and branding consultation from LAE Creative. We got a chance to chat with the chairman of Etisalat Nigeria, Mr. Akim Bello-Ajayi, as he shared his thoughts on the exciting platforms.
I'm here with Mr. Bello-Ajayi, chairman of Etisalat. Your daughter put this all together. How must it feel to have all of this going on with?
Well, I have to say to you, I feel enormously proud. There's nothing better than seeing the next generation doing better than your own generation. And I think that there's nothing that makes one more proud than to see one's daughter or one's son doing so well and giving back to the community.
That's awesome. And I just wanted to ask you, did you ever see this when she was a little girl? Did you ever envision that she was going to be doing stuff like this?
Oh, yes. In one's children, there are some traits that manifest themselves very early on. And in Yasmin's case, there was always that go-getting, organizing, business-minded, a community outreach person in her. And that was there from as young as 10 or 11 years of age.
Did you get to collaborate a lot on this project? Does she come to you a lot for advice or for any kind of input on this project, She Leads Africa?
To be honest with you, not very much. Occasionally she did. And I have to say that when she first told me that she was thinking of leaving McKinsey and Company to start She Leads in Africa, to start an organization of her own, to be honest with you, I was a bit skeptical. As a typical parent, I preferred the established job, but she seemed to have thought about it very clearly, and she decided to do it. And I think I became more and more convinced after she had started and after she had started working together. I've given a little assistance where I have been able to, but honestly and sincerely speaking, this has been Afua and Yasmin's job entirely.
So how was this experience for you? What was it like?
I mean, it was phenomenal. I'm so grateful to She Leads Africa for allowing me to host their open house to the She Hive, and then also the Accumulating event, which was their pitch competition, which this event is absolutely world-renowned. If you missed it, you should feel sad, because this is so important for the continent. If you are about supporting the continent's future, you need to be supporting women. And if you were a part of this event, you know that you are part of that initiative, and it's so important. It's so grateful to have all these people who clearly understand that mission. And I'm just grateful to have hosted that and curated that for everyone.
In the end, Kasope Ladipo-Ajayi of OmoAlata, producer of Nigeria's first NAFDAC-approved organic package blended peppermix, emerged as winner of the She Leads Africa 2015 showcase.
How do you find your judges? You have some of the most achieved, incredible judges I've ever seen. How do you pull them together?
Yes, it's a lot of harassment and stalking. I'll be honest with you. You know, we want to make sure that we have people who represent the cream of the crop of Pan-African business and investment leaders. So we want to make sure we have media, we have telecommunications, we have finance, and we just stalk people, and we just ask them many, many, many times. And then hopefully, our name somehow comes up and they realize it's a good organization to support, and they say yes.
We have a very rigorous screening process. We have, our team screens it down to about 25 people. Then we have a team of about 10 people, so people with backgrounds in sort of finance, venture capital, who then help us screen it down even further to the final 10. And then we actually did interviews with every single one of them, about 10 to 20 minute interviews, to really understand kind of what it is that they were trying to do with their business. I think, safe to say that the people up there are people who we have personally vetted, people who we believe in, because ultimately, we want to make sure that people always realize that She Leads Africa is bringing you the best and brightest female entrepreneurs. So it's always in our interest to have the best and the brightest. So I think the only thing I would say is, wow, I think that they did a great job. It's not easy sort of standing up and pitching your business in front of a panel of judges that included, Tunde Folawiyo, Moa Budu, the head of the IFC in Nigeria, Genevieve Sangudi from Carlisle. It's not easy, and I think that they really stood up to the pressure extremely well. And yeah, we're very, very proud of them and just so excited that we were able to find them this year.
What's the inspiration behind this for you? And how has it affected your personal life? Because I was told that you work full-time?
Yes, for me, I wanted something that I could build and create, something that reflected my values around supporting and investing other women, and I wanted something that would be able to, help other people, not just myself. And so my partner and I would just say, how could we use our skills? We were both consultants. How can we use our skills around business, around strategy, around management to help other people? And that's where She Leads Africa came along.
In second place was Kambili Ngozi Ofili Okonkwo of Kamukini, a Nigerian swimwear brand, while in third place, Ngozi Akpara of the Heat-Free Hair Movement, which produces natural curl hair extensions. Finalists Imoteda of Heels in the Kitchen, Brenda of Insta Health, and Louisa of Beauty Rev NG all delivered stellar pitches at the event. We also got a chance to chat with some of the finalists.
Hey guys, we're here with Kamili, the founder of Kamukini. And you were the last person to actually go in the presentations. How was that for you?
That was amazing. I mean, obviously there was a point just before I went on that the adrenaline was a bit too much, but I just punched it out and yeah, it was good. I loved it.
Awesome. I actually saw some of your pieces online while researching the finalists, and I love them. What's your focus in terms of your fabrics and your clothing? What's the focus? What's the inspiration behind the creations?
That's a very good question. The first part is obviously our customers, what they want. We have to always ensure that whatever we start playing with in terms of fabrics caters to something. So if it's not cinching them, like making them feel snatched, it's doing something for their bustier or for their bum. So that's the first thing. Second thing is I studied material science and engineering, so I really enjoy playing with fabrics. I think I have a knack for that as well. So we just have some fun, we experiment, and we research on what's actually going on in the swimwear world. So for instance, neoprene is very big at the moment. So yeah.
The entire experience has been amazing. I've become so much more exhilarated, so much more excited for my project just by being a part of this She Leads Africa competition, and to meet so many wonderful women working, everybody who pitched today has an amazing business, and you should support all of us. I mean, especially me, but all of us. But you saw the pitches. Everybody had an amazing product, and I'm so proud of all of us that pitched today. I'm just so happy right now.
Day by day, the founders of She Leads Africa are proving that African women are more than the stereotypical images portrayed in the media. Over the last year, SLA has engaged hundreds of young women who are building credible, profitable, and exciting businesses. Join the fight to make sure that these women get the knowledge, recognition, and financing they need to fulfill their entrepreneurial potential.